Cryptocurrency has been on fire the last 4 months, maybe even 6 months, depending on the type of coins that you've invested in. And Algorand is not far out of the picture when it comes to great gains in cryptocurrency when it comes to investing. All right. So today's video, we're going to talk about Algorand. I'm going to give an update. All right. We're going to look at the charts. I'm actually going to dive in onto the charts and tell you exactly how much money to the point of this video being made has been generated from the free trade setup that is Algorand. Now, last video I said, if you give us 50 likes, get the likes up on that video, because if that video gets 50 likes, I will drop another free trade setup, a monstrous free trade setup that has the potential to be on the level of Zilliqa, running from 1.6 cents all the way to 9.9 cents in just a matter of 2 months. Now, with that being said, the other thing that we're going to go over in this video is also updating, pretty much just price updating Uniswap, Sushi, Yearn Finance, and a couple others that you guys have asked me about to take a look. Oh, ZRX. ZRX, man, ZRX went crazy. All right. So let's start with Algorand. Let's get it going. Let's start with Algorand. No fancy intros. Timestamps will be in the description for you guys, so you guys can skip ahead. Now, let me get 25. No, that's too little. You can do 25. All right. If this video gets 40 likes, I will consider dropping the monstrous trade setup video. But anyway, let's get to Algorand, because Algorand ran from the 22 cent bounce all the way up to 84 cents. All right. We had our accumulation zone that started around 26.85 cents, somewhere around there, 27.06 cents and below, somewhere around there was our accumulation line. We're going to take a look at it here on the charts in a second. And any price action below that range was where we were buying up Algorand. All right. So right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm going over how that Algorand trade setup started. How did it start and what led us to get to this point? The actions we took, the dynamics throughout the trade videos, the update videos that I have on the channel that you guys can go back and check out, But anyway, so we started at 27. The price came down, hit 27. 27 cents was a major support for Algorand. It broke 27 cents. So anything below 27 cents, you wanted to gobble up out of the market. And then after a long, probably I'd say 6 week to 8 week time period of just buying, the price started to finally take off. Even had a close call retest in the interim. Now, I gave that setup to a few people close to me and let them know, like, listen, you might want to take a look at Algorand. It has a lot of potential in the short term. But as you know, we don't give financial advice on this channel. No, we do not. But what we do give you is an analysis. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's start out and take a look at the Algorand chart. Then I'll pop back in and I'll run down some of the other coins that you guys asked me about and throw some screenshots here on the screen and some price points to show you how well they've done since I've given you guys a chart analysis on those coins. Let's head in to Algorand. Let's get this party started. All right, here we go. Algorand. Yes, as you can see, top left hand corner, the current price of Algorand is 82.61 cents as of the making of this video. And this weekly chart actually looks very good. I'm going to put a circle here on the chart to show you that you're at the last bit of resistance before you go into pretty much an uncertain area in the chart where you don't know. I mean, of course, we can pull Fibonacci and figure it out, but the reality of it is there's not much resistance above 82 cents. You've already broken above it and reached a high of about 84, 88 cents. We're going to go down and take a closer look in a second. But I wanted to draw this circle here to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this circle right here, all right, this circle right here explains to you guys that this is where your price action is right now as we speak. This is the last bit of resistance before you pretty much have the potential to go parabolic for Algorand. Now, the next long-term price target, right? The far out range price target for Algorand after you break and hold 82 cents is going to be $1.10. Okay, that is what you're going to be looking for Algorand going forward. Now, let's go down to the daily, because as I get closer down to the 4 hour, I'm going to pretty much point out, you know, from where our accumulation line is all the way up to where I'm going to go from the accumulation line all the way up to the current price to show you guys how much potential gains you could have had in Algorand from our free trade setup. Now, down here on the daily, you can see much better now that pretty much in every way imaginable, this at this point at least is a very bullish chart. You can see previous patterns and structures that I've drawn on this chart, from the rounded bottom that you see, this green rounded cup bottom that I've drawn, the yellow descending falling wedge that I've drawn, that it broke out of and then just continued higher. And I thought that it was going to trade in this other trading range where you have the red line at. I thought it was going to trade in that range, but it didn't. It just continued high from the inverse complex head and shoulders, where which is where pretty much what was the bullish pattern that initiated this entire run. So the daily chart, of course, looks just as good as the weekly chart. So what I also want to do in this video, I want to kind of break down bullish and bearish case scenarios, like where the price could potentially re-go if you're saying to yourself, I want to get into Algorand for a longer run up toward the end of the bull cycle. All right, so let's go ahead down to the 12 hour now, and let's see what we can muster up on a 12 hour. And I think on a 12 hour, actually, I might just go ahead and draw the gains. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. So down here on a 12 hour, let me go ahead and let's see just how much gains we've gotten. All right. So I'm going to start the price from 27.15. Let's start from 26.87. All right, from 26.87 all the way up to the current price. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you guys this screenshot. That is 209% gains. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 209% gains, up to 83 cents. All right, so congratulations, like I said before on our Instagram post, to everyone who participated, who followed along the way, and saw some of the input that we were giving out on this channel, who took the analysis, because we don't get financial advice, no we don't, who took the analysis that I delivered on this channel as an opportunity to get into Algorand. Okay, so overall, I think the price ran up pretty high as well. Let's go down to the 8 hour, because we're gonna have to get closer in on this chart to really see, what our pullbacks are gonna be like. So immediately, what I'm gonna tell you is this: before doing any Fibonacci, before drawing any lines or anything like that, I'm just gonna tell you your major supports based on price targets that it had to break. All right, so I'm gonna remove this this area where I showed you how much gains you had, and I'm actually gonna draw 2 lines. I'm gonna draw 2 lines of major support in the event that there's a pullback in the market. So the first line that I'm gonna draw is for 62 cents. Okay, because I knew 62 cents was a major resistance that needed to be broken to continue higher. All right, so 62 cents, this is the first screenshot that I have highlighted. 62.80 cents right there in the right hand corner in the blue box. And then your second is going to be the 75 cents if you count for the top of the wick. Let's just say, yeah, 75 cents, 75.92. So let me show you guys the second screenshot. Let me see. What is this? 75.92. Here we go. Second screenshot right here, 75.92 is your first support. Now, what I am going to tell you is, as you can see, let's go down. You know what? Let's go down to the 4 hour because I want to show you something with the 75 cent. And I want to show you that over the course of these recent pullbacks, the price has come down into this area. So as you can see here on the 4 hour, 75.90 was actually in the area, or 70 lower, actually 73.64 cent was where the price came and bounced, right? I'm showing you guys this because it's never going to be 100% accurate. All right, it's never going to be 100% accurate, and there's a reason why only 5% of day traders are successful. There's a reason. You want to trade higher time frames, 12-hour, daily, weekly, and you use the 1 hour and the 4 hour to kind of look at what the price actually may be doing in the short term to gauge entry. Okay, so keep this in mind when you want to get an idea of where the price may or may not go. Now, Algorand is still very bullish. All right, you've just broken out. You finished off that cup, which has pretty much become a cup, and you might form a handle in the short term if you just don't go straight up. But let's zoom back out to the 12 hour because the 4 hour is kind of like confusing things a little bit. So let's go back out to the 12 hour. Okay, here we go on the 12 hour. Now on the 12 hour, you can see this is a cup. It broke the neckline of this 76 cent, and now it is retesting it currently. So what I want to see is, are you going to form, let me draw this for you guys right here, because this is what I'm curious to see. And this is always a case in crypto. So are you going to form a cup and handle like this and continue higher? All right, let me show you guys this screenshot. Are you going to form a cup and handle here and continue higher? Or let me delete this. Or are you going to flag? Let me just draw something like this as well. Boom. Boom. Okay. Here we go. Are you going to form something like that in this range and continue higher? Okay. So that's what I'm curious to see. How many times are you going to retest this? Are you going to retest 73 or 76, excuse me, or 73 and break it and go lower if Bitcoin continues to slide slightly in price and head down to about, you know, some scrub support around 68 cents. All right. You do have some slight support around 68 cents. Okay. So do you form a range here on this screenshot and then bounce and continue higher? All right. So those are the two scenarios. Bullish and bearish. Bullish meaning, you know, you form a bullish pattern from this point on. Either you form a trading range between 73 cents and 88 cents and then continue higher, or you form a cup and handle down to about 68 cents and continue higher, or you just flag or whatever, continue higher. And bearish, of course, you know, the bearish case is basically the market goes bearish continually and you start your downtrend, you know, over the next few years. But that's Algorand. You know, lastly, congratulations to everybody. But let's talk about these other coins that you guys asked me about that has gone absolutely berserk. Because Uniswap went all the way down to $1.87, right? It went down to $1.87 and has completely taken off. I mean, Sushi is another one. You got Uniswap, you've got Sushi, and you've got ZRX most recently. Those three coins that people have asked me about to look at the chart for, have taken off, right? I mean, if you were buying some of these coins, you know what? I'm gonna put the prices and the screenshots up here on the screen for you guys, and we're gonna go through it, starting with, so I have my trusty phone here, and we're going to go over it. So on the screen right here, as you guys can see, here is Sushi, okay? Sushi, if you can kind of get close in on the screenshot, went all the way down to 47 cents. Now, when someone went in the comment section and asked me about Sushi, Sushi was around 60 to 65 cents, okay? and it had formed a triangle, and I, around 70 cents. And I said, listen, you can buy the 70-cent breakout of this triangle, which is bullish, or you can buy the one, not financial advice. Nope, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You could buy 70 cent, or you had the option to, if you like to, not financial advice, or $1.10. Okay. And I also said above $1.10, you are very bullish. It ran all the way up to $2.10, came back down, retested $1.10. It wicked, that long line from the candle, and then came right back up, and it was game over. It went all the way up to a high of $16.56 from $1.10. So if you held Sushi from $1.10, you more than 15 times extra money. All right. And all of this happened, check this out, between December and January. Okay. 2 months. 2 months. And that is why people get into crypto. 2 months, you 15 extra money. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get into this setup because you do not know what these coins are going to do. I mean, you have an idea that they're going a good run, but you do not know that they're going to do it that, you know it has the potential to do that in a short amount of time, but you don't just outright expect, oh, I'm going to buy it because I know it's going to go up 15x in a month and a half. You don't know that, right? A lot of these coins don't go up the same as others. But let's move on from Sushi to ZRX, all right? Because ZRX is a little more recent, and after doing some research on ZRX, when somebody asked me about ZRX, I said, yeah, I like ZRX. I like what they're doing. I like that they're, they're fighting for cryptocurrency in regards to it being implemented into systems. And again, I had my eye on it, but I was already occupied in other setups, other investments for me to even, pay much attention to it. Because again, my own individual setup, you don't know what that do. You don't know what that would do. But I will say the setup on Zilliqa that I had and that I tried to offer you guys with the likes, don't forget, 40 likes on this video, I will give you a monstrous setup. And, last video, 50 likes as well. But let's try it. Let's go 40 likes on this video. Bring it down a little bit. But okay, we got ZRX. Let's move on. ZRX went from 30 cents. Let me put the screenshot here for you guys. 30 cents to $1.99. Okay. First, how long did it take? It was 30 cents in October of 2020. 30 cents in October of 2020. Okay. So after 3 months, about three and a half months, you went from 30 cents to $1.99. That is why people invest and get into cryptocurrency. But now, what do I usually say when I do these videos and when I talk about investing in the markets? It's not about getting in, it's about when you get in. And one could say, well, should it matter if a coin is literally going from 50 cents to $2 in about a week and a half? No, it doesn't. But you know what? That might actually be an entire video. That's an entirely different scenario, concept, or dynamic, rather. But here's the screenshot here for you guys. ZRX on the screen. Now, when somebody asked me to talk about ZRX, I went and I looked at the chart and I said, if I'm not mistaken, you're bullish above 35 cents and you're very bullish above 38 cents or something like that, or 42 cents. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Once you get above certain levels on these coins, it has the potential to absolutely go berserk on the charts. That's a fact. Okay. But now, last but not least, because this video is already getting pretty long, we're going to move over to Sushi. Because my God, Sushi was another one. And I didn't get back into Sushi. And I'm going to talk about what I said, excuse me, not Sushi, Uniswap. Uniswap is the final one, because I think a lot of people are going to criticize me or critique me based on this decision, but maybe not. We'll see. So Uniswap, let's just run down the line. I'm going to put the screenshot of Uniswap here on the screen for you guys to follow along as I'm looking at it and I'm going through my thoughts, right? So when Uniswap came out, I said that because of the popularity of it, because of the project, when the market turns bullish, it has the potential to go high. You know, it has the potential to flow with the market and be very successful. However, in the interim, I also said, don't be surprised if Uniswap goes to $1. You can go back and rewind the tape and the updates. I said these things. And what did it do? Look at the screenshot. It went to $1. All right, it went to $1. It went down as low as $1.75 on this particular exchange that I have for the screenshot up here on the screen for you guys. And once it started to turn bullish and I was giving out the updates, I also said that you have to wait until you're above $4.14 to $4.24 to know for a fact that you're bullish. Okay, so if you bought at $4 or whatever, $4.14, Sushi, I keep saying Sushi, Uniswap went up as high as, you can see it right here on your screen, $22.47. So that's a 5x on your money, or even more if you stayed in it or bought at around $2.50 to $3. That is why people invest in cryptocurrency. I think investing in Sushi, Uniswap, ZRX at these levels is extremely risky because we're getting much higher up in the bull cycle. So we don't really know how high these coins are going to go. So if you choose to invest at such high levels on these coins, you're investing at your own risk. I would actually recommend, you know, going with something that hasn't necessarily broken out as much as those coins and still has a lot of upside potential. I like to go with more safer bets, like an Ethereum or Chainlink or Polkadot. Even a Polkadot, I guess you could say to this point, even though it's gone crazy, but I think Polkadot is pretty much solidifying itself. But I'm going to have to take a closer look at that. But a lot of these coins are in no man's land, meaning all-time highs, price discovery. So you do not know where these coins are going to settle, find support, and continue higher. Either way, I wanted to give you guys an update real quick on those coins. It doesn't really make sense for me to look at the chart. Listen, the way that I invest in the market and the way that I don't like taking on extreme risk, and I like, you know, nothing is assured, you know, nothing is guaranteed, but I like to take on investing instances to where I'm more certain than uncertain when it comes to whether the price is going to go up. My investment is going to hold and be solid over a short term and a longer term period of time. So with that being said, no, I'm not going to go back and look at the Sushi chart, the UNI chart, or the ZRX chart because they've already begun their ascend to the motherland on the moon or even on Mars or wherever the price ends up going. So I just want to, you know, let you guys know that, give you guys an update on that. Now, Algorand has an all-time high of $3.63, something like that. So I will continue to update Algorand if you guys are still holding Algorand, okay? Swipe, I just, you know, last video was a Swipe update. That has a, you know, a little bit of a ways to go, but has plenty of upside, especially if the market remains bullish. All right, guys. So with that being said, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when we upload a new video. Because yes, we are still going to be doing trade setups, updates, charts analysis, as well as what's coming in the next couple videos. I'm Shah. This is the Dollar Tree. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.